Good morning, everybody. This is Tim Hewitt-Coleman. We're building freedom today at Pebblespring Farm. It's the 2nd of September and it's Arbor month. And we're planting trees. We planted a whole bunch of trees yesterday, and right now I'm going to show you how I go about planting coral trees. What is a coral tree? It's a Erythrina lysistemnon for you Latin speaking people. So it's a beautiful tree that comes up in the Eastern Cape here. You'll see them springtime because one of the clever things, or one of the beautiful things about the coral tree is that it has these beautiful orange leaves that come out, even orange flowers that come out even before the leaves come up. It used to be called a kafferboom, but white people are now so embarrassed about the foul racist language that they used that they all forgot that it used to be called that. So now they call it a coral tree. So what I like to do is to find a coral tree growing on the farm here and trim a limb off, because one of the beautiful things about a coral tree is that it grows from cutting beautifully. So I prefer that method, and I prefer to harvest the cuttings here from the farm. So we know that the genetics of the tree are adapted to the local conditions, the local levels of moisture and the wind and the temperature, etc. If I buy one imported from a far-flung place, it's less likely that it's gonna take root, don't you think? So here we are. We're coming to the place where I want to cut the limb off, and I'm going to show you how we do that. All right, just hold on a second. Okay, so we've cut the limb off the coral tree. There's the coral tree there in the background there. I tend to cut a limb of about 2 meters long, that kind of thing, so I can get enough depth into the soil so the wind doesn't blow it over. You asked me about my chainsaw, my favorite toy, my Stihl MS250, nice and light, can move it around in the forest quite easy. Perfect for the kind of work that I do. All right, now we're going to go plant the coral tree. I'm going to show you just how easy it is. So what I want to suggest to you is don't go crazy about trying to do everything in such a way that it's going to take you so much time that you'll never get to it. I've dug a 500 mil hole, deep hole here. Can you see? There's the hole there. It's just 500 mil deep. Ordinary white sand coming out here. I find whatever organic matter I find lying around here. So if there is some roots and stuff, I put it in the bottom of the hole like that. If I found some cow manure lying around, I put it in. I could do a whole lot better if I had the organic manure brought in specially and done and whatever. It would be much better. But what I'm able to do, I'm able to dig a hole with my adze. Is this an adze? They call it a gaba around here. I quite like that name. Opening up the grass first, you know, with that, and then simple spade. I've timed myself. It takes 45 seconds to dig a hole. I can plant 5 trees, 10 trees in a half an hour. That's what we've got to do. If we're talking about afforestation, it's about quantity. It's not about doing it absolutely perfect. And you know what? If only 80% of my trees grow, if only 50% of my trees grow, that's also fine. Let them react and respond to the environment. We've got to focus on afforestation, people. Afforestation, what does it mean? Planting trees. We've got to do it. And these are beautiful species to work with. The coral tree, fantastic, fast growing, water wise. Go ahead, tell me your story. Okay, here we can see we've now planted the coral tree. So how high would this be? If my arms outstretched, I get to about 2.3 meters, so about 2.3 meter high. The diameter at the base, let's call it 50 mil. So I planted it about 500 mil deep, about like that. And you see I put a lot of water in there, so this thing remains sturdy. Now I have come to see that when I plant these things in August, they tend to take. If I plant it a bit later or a bit earlier, it doesn't seem to work. So that's my experience. You clever horticulturalists and scientists out there will tell me if there's a better way. I'm just telling you this is how I do it. Well, I'll keep you posted and tell you if they grow very nicely. But in the meantime, what I can tell you is this is Tim Hewitt-Coleman, building freedom at Pebblespring Farm out.